Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Forever Skies. Well, that spot over there, I did a lot between episodes, but that spot over there is what I've been looking for. It is the final step, and I believe that is where we're going to find the large freezer. I have the small freezer and a lot of other stuff, but I haven't had that. Anyway, ship's changed a little. We'll have a bit more of a look at it. Let's get stuck in. The weather just changes suddenly and now it's raining. So I've cleaned this place out, just a little radio tower. Not too much here. We'll close this up. But as you can see, things have changed here. I've got the large cockpit, so it's a 3 wide, which is... Yes. Which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. This has been needed for a long time. Because with one balloon in the middle, you can't balance it with a 2 wide. So you either do 3 1 wides or 1 1 wide. Otherwise it just doesn't look right. Anyway, so this is what the ship looks like now. We have a little storage room. I've labeled some stuff, but not everything yet. And down this side, we have a crafting upgrading area over here. In a very high tower, I found the recycler. Now this one's a little tricky because you need a height of 320 meters if you want to get to it. It is very high up, and perhaps I'll do a video of how to get into it. It's not too difficult once you get up to that height. Over here, this is kind of the bedroom come medical room. I haven't quite decided where the bedroom is going to be. Might be upstairs. And this is the kitchen. I have a freezer down here with a whole bunch of stuff in it. And since my calorie count is low, I'll just eat something. And drink something. So we're doing well. Got 2 cookers now, 2 water purifiers. And I've got the small tank in here, and occasionally I will fill it with the large tank, which is upstairs. Got my recharger at the door. I will have some more stuff. I just haven't done any furniture yet. I will get there. Go upstairs. This is where we're going to have the medical research analysis area and the rest of the greenhouse. So we are now 7 wide. Is that right? Yep. I don't have this completed, so there's no walkway outside. And I'm probably going to move where these pots are currently. They are not exactly where I want them to be. As you can see, tables come in very handy for the smaller ones. The bigger ones I wouldn't put on tables because they're already quite tall. So I'm not sure how that would work out. And I have sprinklers. And I can switch the sprinklers on and they drop water. Now they're pretty narrow. So I'm not sure what kind of range they spread over, but maybe 2 tables wide. Anyway, I'm not going to use it right now because everything is watered. And we have our watering system. This is the piped water collector. And this is filling up this very large tank of water. And that is being piped inside. Now the pipes are pretty tricky. The inputs on this one, you can actually literally just snap this tank to this water collector. And the output is at the top, and you have to put a connector through the wall and run straight lines, and you kind of have to go from the source to where it's going to, otherwise it doesn't work. It's pretty weird. The pipes are very finicky to work with. On the other side, I've got a fuel tank. As you can see, it's got stuff in it, but it's not working. So I've had to fill the tanks manually. It isn't working, and I think it's because I got lots of different types of fuel in here. So it might just be that it just wants one type. In fact, maybe I'll try that. So we'll see how that works out. And then I've just got a extractor up here, deck extractor. I don't know if I need it, because if we go down here, I have another staircase down. This goes out to the back where I only have 1 of these catches. I will probably end up having 2. Got my engines that I can reach. See what fuel this has got in it. Yeah, completely different. Not ideal. And too much for me to carry. And I haven't got the filtered collector yet. So it's just kind of collecting randomly, and it's been doing okay. I built all of this and still have a fair bit in stock. And I still need to offload stuff, but I have something that I have a centipede that I can cook in the meantime, which I got off this platform. And we'll let that go. But that little icon up there, if you can see it, little 3 blocks and 1 on the top hanging off, that's the place that you go to get the large freezer. And this one isn't up against a mountain, which is quite nice. The last one, oh, and my engines and my turbines are upgraded. So I can go very high and pretty fast. Okay, so like I said, there is no landing platform on this one at all. So we're going to have to carefully position ourselves. And I'm thinking that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some walkway platforms across the front of this area so that I can have the walkway platform directly in front of me, make it easier to line things up. But I haven't had too much of a problem yet, so just holding thumbs. Okay, so that height is 270. Just something to remember. Alright, so there are 3 buildings here. Oh, am I not close enough? Oh, I think that might work. Alright, cool. So we can just go up the middle. And we have a broken box. And I have this repair patch shooter. Cool, more fuel. A few odds and sods around. Ah, a data card. What do we get? Moss wall shelf. Okay, the moss is a theme. So that's quite nice. Alright, anything else around? No. That is about it for this area. Okay, well, now let's see if I can get across. Oh yeah, no problem. And we'll just suck that in for now. Okay, so the next ones are on the other side. I'll go to that one first. So I just got to swing around it. It's so nice to be able to travel fast. Oh, by the way, the engines don't seem to get maximum if you've only got one of the I could be wrong, but you've got to have fuel in both of the slots. Alright, I'm pretty close, I think. Let's see if we can reach it from here. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see what we have in this one. More goodies. Alright, so electric parts and mechanical parts, pretty much it. We have an upstairs. Same stuff up here. More. I've got quite a nice collection of these now. Alright, good. That looks like it's it for this one. So let's get out of here and go to the last one. Okay, now where's the entry point for this one? Ah, okay, around this side. I might take a little bit of a beating from the debris. Alright, I think that's about as close as I can get. Okay, is this good? It is fabulous. Alright, so this is going to be like the other one, where I have to jump over things. Let's see if there's anything lying around. Nope. Okay, and we head down. And down again. Okay, more goodies. Bit of rations. Alright, my inventory's full. Maybe I can get these too. Nope. Well, I could eat. That's not going to help me though. Ah, some energy. Perfect. And I'll just drink that straight up. There we go. Now, I have a problem. Because it seems the same issue has happened over on this side. There's no freezer in here. Although it tells me that there's a freezer right there. There's no freezer in this place. It should be right here. As far as I remember from the first time I climbed into one of these. But maybe I haven't been looking properly. I'm so sure. I've scoured every part of this place and I cannot find it. That is just not right. Boy, I'm really confused. I mean, where else could it be? Alright, I'm giving this another run through. Because from where I am... okay, that's a bit far away. I'll just pop a little bit forward. This area right at the top seems a little bit bigger than what I feel like I was checking out. So I didn't go down ladders. There's some plastic down there. And there's got to be a battery on this thing somewhere. So I'm going to come back through here. Okay, we've seen that. Oh my word. Are you kidding me? Here is the large fridge. The last time I saw it was right at the bottom. This time it's right at the top. So it has a couple of spawn locations. Just bear that in mind. We do have the wrecked large freezer now. And that's the last sort of major thing that we need. And now I just have to find where the battery is for this. Was it in that room? Why would there be a ladder up here if there's nothing up here? Alright, weird. Oh, here it is. Right here. And we got the battery. Good. Alright, well, now we have everything. Let's head down and go and check out this large freezer and see what it does for us. But I would like to just pop down this ladder and see what we have down here. It was very nerve-wracking. So literally all the way down here for one piece of plastic. Oh well, plastic's important, so good. Alright, back to the ship. Yeah, while I was looking we had a thunderstorm, so we don't have to worry about one of those right now. Let's go and see what we need to make this freezer. So it'll be in the upgrades. Large freezer, energy crystal and polymer. Absolutely no problem because between episodes I did hit an underdust, so I have lots of crystal. And I also have a bit of polymer. I'll just pop this plastic away while I'm here. Oh, I've only got one polymer left. And there's the energy crystal. Let me put some stuff away first. Just because I am missing polymer, I think I'm just going to make one. Just an observation here, but I think there are two inputs and an output for the small tank. So I think you could use the small tank instead of the big tank with the pipes. But what you could do is also have a feed through to your kitchen. Maybe. I haven't seen how you can tee them off. Maybe it's the junction. I don't know. I've not tested whether you can have more than one pipe attached to a junction. Anyway, not the emphasis now. We are going to go and get ourselves large freezers. Right, research. Yeah, so while that's getting ready, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these tables more centralized, sort of in this 3x3 block area over here. I think this is where most of the plants are going to be. I might have a few outliers on the side. Not sure yet, but I just need to keep them fairly compact so that I can have sprinklers feeding all of them. But it is quite nice. This water collector is excellent. And it's been going for a long time. And it's still using the same membrane. So that seems to last quite a while. I have a spare one in stock. But I don't know if I'm going to need it for a while. Alright, so we come to the upgrade station and I'm probably going to need a small freezer in order to make the large freezer. I do have polymers. Alright, let me go and see which of my freezers is least full. Actually, they're all pretty well full. But I could make a plan with that. Right, okay, I've emptied myself out pretty well. By the way, that's the amber shelf. Looks pretty nice. Not my favorites, you know, I kind of like doing plain things, but I had a look at, I wanted to try the bloom, the bloom walls and stuff, but the costs in epoxy is pretty high. I think it was epoxy that was expensive. Something that's not easy to come by. Alright, so let's pick that up. We'll head over to upgrades. Large freezer. There we go. We're making a large freezer. Alright, that might take a little while. But yeah, I think there's one thing upstairs that I didn't show you. Or I didn't really focus too much on. I've put the inverted cockpit up here. I wanted to use the inverted at the bottom, but it doesn't work so well with the catwalks. So yeah, I went for it up here, so you can still sort of, you can stand right out here, almost like you are outside. And it works pretty nicely. I mean, it's not aerodynamic, but, you know, I don't think this game cares. It told me my printer's ready. Right, here we go. Oh, wow, it's actually very big. Let's see, where should I put it? Everything's too low. I'm going to have to move that. Let me move things, because I do want it next to the counter. Oh gosh, it wants me to empty this before I can move it. What a pain in the butt. Alright. Well, for now, I don't know which is the front. Yeah, that looks like the front. I'll just pop it over there. Oh, it's pretty impressive. And, oh, good grief, look how much space it's got. Oh, wow, that's incredible. That is really amazing. Well, just a couple of those and everything's sorted. With a little bit of messing around, I've managed to free up this space, so I can put the freezer over here. Now, just remember, if you, right now, snapping is on, and snapping just means that it aligns with your ship. You take snapping off, it kind of aligns with where you are, always pointing at you. For it to line up with the ship is a pretty good idea. So that's how I'm doing it. And we'll just shove this as far back as possible. There we go. We have a freezer, and it's got an enormous amount of space. That's amazing. And then I can maybe put this. Can I rotate this? Ooh, yeah, that might work. Let's see. Yeah, there's no way to stand on your toes in this game. So if something is high up, doesn't work so well. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this later on. It was probably not the best final resting place for that anyway. Or maybe I just change the type of shelf, I don't know. Or maybe it just doesn't like being upside down. Anyway, there we go. That's sorted. Not elegant. Must be a better shelf than that. Alright, I need some food urgently. And a drink. Fill up with food. Cool. Alright, so yeah, there we go. We have the beginnings of a nice kitchen, and I can head upstairs. And at some point we're going to need to do some painting, because this place is a bit bland, which means we probably need a second freezer where we can collect all the flowers. Now I've got some ink bulbs saved up. A few other bits and pieces. But I think we'll make a big one because we can. Right, I'm out of polymer again. Right, we have our polymer and a large freezer. Alright, well, while we're waiting for that to happen, the recycler. I've got all these small storage boxes that I made that I don't really have a use for now, so if I recycle them, it does its thing. Yeah, and then you can take all the stuff. So there we go, got resources back for the chests, and I'll do a few more of the small ones. Large freezer for the gardening area. I'm not going to put too much stuff into it at the moment because, well, it doesn't fit into the same spot. It does. I can fit it in there. Okay. So this is where I will be storing flowers and non-food plant stuff. I mean, it might be worth having, because I'm going to be using this lot for food quite a lot, maybe it would be worth having the kitchen upstairs. And then I can use that kitchen area down there as a bedroom. Might be an option. It'll also make it easier to run pipes to that small tank. Yes, I'm thinking that might be an option. Anyway, so what I've got in here are all the seeds I've collected and the fertilizer that I've made. And over here I've just got extra tables and sprinklers and pots for future expansion. Because things like the ink bulbs, which I didn't plant seeds for, very clever. Yeah, we're going to need more than one, because we actually do use quite a lot when we start painting. So now I want to test something. We turn this on. Do these fill up with water? Well, it seems like their tanks don't fill up with water, but they get watered. It's a bit weird because then you can't really tell what the water level is. And this thing just keeps ticking along. That's great. And what's really nice about these pots is you can pick them up while they have stuff in them without causing any issues. I want to replant this. The canola. Yeah, that's another thing that you must remember with the gardening, is that when you take something, take all of them. Otherwise, you leave the one behind. The others don't grow back. So if you got three, like canola, you got three things growing, take all three of them and then let them regrow. Otherwise, you sit with like one and then suddenly you find you need three for something and you don't have three because there's only one. Just now that there are freezers, well, we don't need to leave anything in pots to keep them fresh. We can just pop them straight into a freezer. Seeds don't go off, so yeah, you can just drop seeds wherever. And dust daisies are going to be your friend. You're going to want quite a few of them because you need them to make plant resin, which is needed to make epoxy. Epoxy is much rarer in the world than it was the last time I played. So I think the petite astrée and what was the other one? The bruise flower, and there was another, yeah, the ink bulb. Yeah, there are a few that are quite important when you produce paint. But we will get into that in another episode where we can get all the decorating done. But that is where we stand for now, folks. I will be doing some more thought and arranging in between episodes to kind of make this place look even better. I'm tempted to move this. I'm tempted to move this fabricator out of here so that we can walk through here, and then we can maybe put another wall over here. This will be a crafting area, so we'll put a desk in here, make it look a little fancy. Might put a window over here, but this is going to be for the turbines. I actually don't need another turbine. I've got two of the upgraded ones and one normal one. The normal one I'm not really taking care of. I'm going to have to take that off sometime. But, you know, just for fanciness, I could go for 4. I do have another unupgraded turbine somewhere in one of the boxes. And Susie's over here, chilling out with her football. And all is good. So, yeah, in this area, bear in mind that there are 3 areas that you can check. There are a few possible spawn locations for the freezer. One of them is at the top, like right there, where you pick up the battery for this area. And the other one is at the lowest level of the 3-level area. Not this one. I don't know, but always check all of them anyway. But that's the 2 locations that now I've seen. So it's this top one up at the battery and the bottom of the 3-level one. And there you go. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you've had trouble finding anything, I think I've covered most of what can be found in the game. I honestly don't remember where I found the small freezer. It was, I think, on a command wind turbine. So it was like a wind turbine with a big square block underneath the landing pad in the middle. So that's the one you would look out for there. And yeah, just go to every single location and loot everything. Because eventually you will get to the point where things improve. And you can move around faster, you can get higher, you can avoid a lot of dangers. And then from time to time, you find your immunity getting low, throw yourself in the bed. Get a once-over from the medical station. And your immunity is boosted. So very cool. And I actually haven't put preternatal seeds in here for quite a while. It's just been sitting with those two. So yeah, I'm going to accept it. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, cheers.